Bert, you started to tell me a story yesterday, and we said let's just save it for the show. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, this past weekend, Alliance MMA had a show in Atlantic City with one of its promoters, CFFC, and at that show, they gave me a call and told me that they were going to have a guest at the show, and the guest was that I think it's the Fox network that does the show was bringing Dana White to our show for On the Road with Looking for a Fight with Dana White. So the bottom line was Dana White was going to be there in New Jersey at the show this past weekend, and he was there. He and his crew, Matt Serra and Dean Thomas, and that was actually the first time I've seen Dana in 2 years since I left the UFC.
Wow. So what were your initial thoughts when you heard that he would be there?
Well, initially, I thought it was a good thing for the promotion and Alliance MMA and what was going on because it was a connection of what's considered, the premier situation in MMA. But it was like anything. When you go through a divorce or a breakup, your initial meeting with that ex, kind of scratch your head a little bit, wonder what that's going to be like. But you know what? It has been 2 years, and I've been working, and it was working. And I knew that whatever the situation, I was going to be working, and I had to kind of keep going and stay busy. And so I really didn't have a real thought about it. And we met first time, 2 years. Finally got to do it face to face, and it was cordial. Being the guy that he is, how you doing, how you been, things good, you look good. I see you're still rolling, that kind of thing, and that I was.
Did you intentionally meet, or did you just happen to run into each other and then start the convo?
Well, actually, he went over, and my wife was there. And through everything else that was going on and everybody else that was around or whatever, he made his way over to greet and address her and to hug, and to kind of go out at her. And I saw that because I was on the stage. Mm-hmm. And when I saw that and I saw her coming around to the other side, I went around to meet her, and, there was nothing else left for me to do but kind of keep going and say, hey.
Yeah, that was a nice gesture.
Oh, man. Yeah, absolutely it was. Then there were, I saw other guys. Skipper Kelp was with him and Elliott. There were other guys that I hadn't seen in a while. And once I started in that direction, those guys were scattered around and they started, giving a shout out and pulling me into them. And, it kind of went on around, but it made its way on around. That was kind of how that happened.
You all exchanged pleasantries, and was that it, or was there ever any talk of maybe you guys could work? And I don't mean that as a disrespect, because I know you have you're with Alliance MMA, but I know fans would want to know that, and I guess what else could you share from that chat?
There was absolutely no discussion whatsoever about anything like that. That was not the place to do that. That was not the time.
Yeah.
To do that, and with that working, when I go, man, I'm perpetual motion.
Right.
And I know I had maybe 20 seconds to do that because I was also in between fights, and a fight was going on, and if another fight had to come, I had to go. So, I kept that kind of mind frame, and it kind of went on to the next level of continuation of the fight. But I didn't expect that to happen. I'm not looking for that to happen. Mm-hmm. And I'm not pushing for anything to instigate anything, because right now I'm happy where I am. I'm good where I am. And, the guys have given me a chance to kind of sit back and do the things that I do.
But I want to thank you very much for doing a catch-up with us. It's great to hear that you did have that meeting or I guess catch up, that you had with Dana. I'm sure that was good for both of you.
Yeah, it's good. You know what? In this world, in this business, you got to keep rolling or get rolled over, baby.